Alright, so today we're doing a special segment where I'm going to be answering your questions that you ask on Facebook and Twitter. And we have a little guest for a couple of seconds. It's my little kitty cat. For those of you who haven't met her yet, her name is Cayenne. And I know that a lot of you ask what kind of breed she is. She is a Napoleon cat, which is a mix between a Munchkin and a Persian cat. And she has short little legs. You want to say hi? Of course she doesn't. She doesn't want to say hi. Alright, I'm gonna let the bad cat go and let's get to our questions. So a lot of you have sent in your questions on Facebook and I have them right here, and I'm just gonna randomly pick some questions right now. I haven't rehearsed this, I haven't picked questions in advance, I'm just gonna do it right now, and I'm gonna go on Twitter and I'm gonna pick some questions from there as well. Okay, so the first question is, Evelina, I wanted to know if you prefer a curling wand or an iron. Actually neither. I like hot rollers. So, or heatless tutorials, like heatless methods to use to curl hair, because I don't really use heat, but if I would use hot rollers because they're way less damaging. What's the trend that you dislike the most, and what is the most unusual outfit that you've ever worn? Oh brother, I'm probably gonna regret sharing this, but I'm gonna do it anyway because I love you guys. But the most ridiculous thing I've ever worn ties back into my past, where I grew up not in the nicest neighborhood. Let's call it ghetto. It's not ghetto, it's ghetto, because it's way worse than that. In Eastern European culture, it's definitely a lot different than how it is in American culture, but still, I hanged out with all like the rapper boys and the rapper girls, and I wore those clothes, okay? I wore like the tube pants, and like I had like my underwear showing, not too much, like I had those one with like the Calvin Klein band, and like it was like showing out of the pants, and then I had these hoodies and these like Eminem shirts, and I was obsessed with Linkin Park. That has nothing to do with rap, but I was just like all this like hip chick. I know it's hard to imagine, but it is true. The least favorite trend right now, I would have to say a turban. I don't think I can pull that off, but maybe, who knows. I said that about the maxi skirts and now I'm in love with them, so I always change my mind. Okay, how did you meet your husband? I will have to make a separate video on that. It's a good one. It's a good one. What are your holy grail hair products? Right now I'm using all the macadamia stuff. I picked it up at my local drugstore, and yes, they do have it sometimes at CVS, very rarely. I love it a lot. It really does something for my hair. I don't use it too much because it creates wax buildup and it gets my hair greasier a lot faster, but it is definitely my holy grail product right now. The macadamia hair mask and the macadamia hair shampoo. Woo. When do you feel more confident, with makeup or without makeup? Of course with makeup. You know, I don't wear much, but the little bit that I wear really just kind of evens out my skin tone, adds a little bit of color, a little bit of blush, something, you know, just to freshen up the face. So yeah, there's nothing wrong with feeling more confident with makeup. Okay, do you like the Hunger Games? I just wanted to ask. Yes, of course I like the Hunger Games. Oh my goodness, I posted that Katniss nail tutorial like a month ago when I finished reading the first book. I am so obsessed with the Hunger Games. You don't even want to know. Well, not as obsessed to finish the books, but I'm trying to like stretch it as much as I can. Right now I'm on the second book and I'm listening to the audiobooks because I'm too ADD to read, and I always like buy books in audio version format and I listen to them while I play or do something like on my phone, because otherwise I just can't read. I know it's pretty sad, but that's just how I function. I also like to listen to the Hunger Games and play Temple Run. I don't know if you guys play that game, but it makes it so much more epic. Alright. When did you get interested in fashion? This is actually a good question, and a lot of you guys are going to be very surprised to know that I haven't always been interested in fashion. In fact, I only started getting into fashion this past year because, well, if you considered Hello Kitty and Barbie and all pink stuff fashion, then I guess I was very fashionable, but I never really was interested in like reading books and following trends and following fashion blogs and just educating myself on a lot of the fashion history and fabrics and stuff like that. Now on the other hand, I'm trying to kind of grasp everything that I can, and I check out books from the library and I try to learn. I've been trying to learn more fashion illustration lately. I've ordered a couple books on how to do that. So yeah, I definitely, now I am like a fashion addict. I love everything about it, but if I were to say when, it's definitely like this past year. Okay, this is a good question. When do you graduate from college, and what are your plans for after graduation? A lot of you guys that follow me on Twitter, you know this, but some of you don't. I used to live in California for 2 years, and right when we got married, we moved here to the East Coast, mainly because our whole family moved here and we just decided to migrate over here, and I don't like it, okay? Neither me nor my husband, we haven't found ourselves here, and the main thing that we're just planning on doing is, as soon as I graduate, like the second day I graduate, we're moving back to Orange County, I think. Either Orange County or somewhere like in the LA area. Because I miss all my friends. It's just so much more fun there. Like life is just so much brighter. But that's just how I see it. You know, maybe your life here, like in the East North Carolina side, is very juicy and fruitful and incredible, but mine isn't. So I just want to migrate back and be able to do more. Okay. Oh, also, I graduate from college in about a year, hopefully. I am going to school for interior design, for those of you who don't know, but I definitely want to get more into the fashion industry. So I'm just going to graduate, get a bachelor's, and, you know, see what's going to happen. Also, I think I'm going to take like a year off after I graduate because I've been so stressed out. I just need a break from everything, and I'm just going to take a year off, take a ballet class, go back to being in my dance team at my old school. What else? What else? Oh, I want to take a fashion illustration class, so yeah. So I have a lot of plans, but I just can't wait to graduate, so all of this can happen to me. I get a lot of inspiration from people on the lookbook.new, a lot of the girls that post outfits, and I honestly get the most inspiration and ideas from lookbook.new. If you haven't checked that out, I'll link my account down below. I do like to post outfits from like once in a while and stuff like that. I honestly don't really get inspired by celebrities too much. It's kind of like I get sucked into the whole YouTube and like, yeah, YouTube vibe where everybody does celebrity looks, celebrity inspired, celebrity this, celebrity that. To me, it's just like celebrities are just like people just like me, and I personally find more inspiration from the people that I can relate to. From, you know, simple everyday girls that like to experiment with style, like to do different things and explore fashion. So those are my inspirations. Who is your favorite designer? Miu Miu, Dolce & Gabbana, Jason Wu! I got this from Jason Wu for Target. Yay! How long have you and your husband dated before your marriage? We dated for a year, we were engaged for a year, and we've been married for a year and a half. We also knew each other for like 3-4 years before we even started dating. Alright, now let's get to the Twitter questions, if there are any. People on Twitter are a little bit more passive usually. What is your favorite magazine and what is your favorite nail polish of all times? Well, right now I am really loving this InStyle magazine. Just in general, I love the InStyle magazines. I am subscribed. I get them once a month, obviously. I love this one because it has all these fashion trends and all these amazing style tips. I use these for my videos. I get educated from these. I love these. I carry it with me everywhere. That's why it is so crumpled up. My favorite nail polish as of right now is this Essie 916. I'm like running out of breath. To buy or not to buy. I love it. I have it on my nails right now. I don't know if you're going to be able to see. Whatever. Anyway, this is all I wanted to talk about for today. If you have any additional questions about fashion, style, personal, ask them on my Twitter or my Facebook. I will link them down below. So whenever you'll send me questions, I'm just going to paste them into a Word document and have them for later. Yeah, if you have a Pinterest, I created a Pinterest directory with all of my tutorials and I put them there so it's like an easy access. So yeah, follow my Pinterest board. Also, if you want to follow my blog through Bloglovin', I will link that down below as well as my blog. And enough with a shameless advertisement. I think I am done. I will see you in my next video. I enjoyed talking to you guys. This was just like a little fun conversation. So I will see you in my next video. I love you guys. Bye. Think chic? Yeah.